Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have a great one installed for you. If you are a fan of our planes, trains, and automobiles series, we are here today at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport to take an overnight transatlantic trip on British Airways Airbus A380. Today I got a chance to knock this off my bucket list, as I never thought I would be able to fly an Airbus A380 back when COVID hit. So as a surprise, when they brought them back in service, I found a limited route. We could have taken an easy journey from Austin to London, but we took this from Dallas. So we caught a flight from Austin to Dallas and so forth, just so I can ride on the A380. Sit back, relax, and enjoy on this 9-hour journey across from Dallas to London Heathrow Airport. And for all those wondering or do not know, the Airbus A380 is the world's largest commercial aircraft, sitting somewhere up between 300 and 500 plus people, just depending on how the cabin is done. And today we got a chance to get on British Airways legacy cabin, meaning they have not changed out to their new seating, which you will see on another aircraft video that I have. So this is their legacy seating, and it's not the fan favorite because it's like in a yin-yang style where you and your other person that you're with or not with are sitting face to face to each other. This plane has 2 levels, which I don't know if you just saw. We walked in the upper cabin, so we are upstairs on the Airbus A380, and the yin yang style is 232, and then downstairs it is 242. So you know, there's more space downstairs due to the curvature of the fuselage at the top. And if you have not already told by the title yet, we are doing this transatlantic flight in business class. Yes, this is not only a treat because we are upstairs in the A380, but we are also doing it in business class. Man, that is quiet. What the world? Now you hear this again, but this is one of the smoothest and quietest takeoffs I have ever had on an aircraft, and I just know it's because of its size. I know it's windy out here in Dallas.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mandy, the Inflight manager, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all on board today's flight to London Heathrow Terminal 5. My other 2 managers on board today, we have Teresa, she is our manager in charge of World Traveller Plus, and Frederica, who is in charge of Upper Deck Club World. A special welcome to those of you returning from our Executive Club and those of you joining us from our One World Alliance partners. May I remind you to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated. It must remain securely fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on. When opening overhead lockers, please take care as items may have moved and could fall out and cause injury. As a reminder, smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board, and this includes toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors. If you are seated in our first or club work cabin, please take care of your personal electronic devices when adjusting your seat. If your device does get lost, please do not move the seat and let one.
Today's flight took us out northeast over the United States as we crossed in between Montreal and Maine, and then somewhere along then it kind of got really dark outside and we traveled our other 3.5 hours over the Atlantic Ocean, passing over Ireland, and then safely down into London of the UK.
Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. So let's get into this real quickly. This has by far been one of the unnoticeable takeoffs we've ever experienced. This A380 is so big, you just don't even know that it comes up off the ground. And it's been smooth so far. They just came around and started taking dinner orders. So I'll give you a rundown of that, but let's jump into this seat real quickly. So you have your footrest up front that you can pull down. It actually goes 2 levels. You can bring it down a little bit further if you don't want it up as high. Then next up we have where the tray table comes out. Both sides can fold both in and out, and it's also where your TV is housed. Now, one of the interesting parts about this setup is that they have to turn the power on. So, you pretty much are powerless if you didn't charge your stuff before you got on the plane until they turned it on. So, after that, you have your buttons for the controls to lay forward and back. And then you also come up to the top and you have a reading light, which is right here, which is adjustable. You have, of course, your in-flight entertainment remote, in case you need that. And one of the biggest reasons why you want to come to the top deck of the A380 is these drawers. You get 3 big size drawers, which is very good because you don't get that space down below downstairs, and you really have minimal space in this cabin here. Although it is a business class cabin, you really just kind of have a little cubby down below to put maybe your laptop or your sneakers or whatever. So far it's been enjoyable. We got 8 hours and 31 minutes left to go, and I am going to probably dive into working real quickly while we wait on the mail service to come up. Oh, and please believe I will be giving a full tour of this aircraft because we are upstairs. We didn't get a chance to go up the steps, so I didn't film that because in Dallas they have 2 jet bridge, one for downstairs and upstairs. So anyway, it's been good. See y'all in a second.
And now that we are in the air and the seatbelt sign is off, let's gravitate to the in-flight entertainment. Once again, this is the older in-flight entertainment, and it is a little unresponsive at times. And I'm not going to go through the menus of options that they have, but there are tons of movies, music, there's radio, and of course the moving map, which is what I love. Now, I carry my own devices, so I watch a lot of things on that as well. However, you can see that I'm pressing it and it's not really changing views. You really have to kind of press hard, and you do have the remote that you can use, and the remote is just as unresponsive as well. But yeah, with a little over 8.5 hours to go, let's jump into this.
What's up? Thank you. Ooh. They come around with a hot towel, burning. Before I work, let me show you guys the Amenity kit. So, if you subscribe to our channel and you comment down below on this video, first person to do that, I will go ahead and send you one of these lovely Amenity kits by the White Company. So, let's see what's in here. So, inside our lovely Amenity kit, there's an eye mask, pair of socks, earplugs, various lotions and potions. Look at there. It looks like toothpaste and toothbrush and a pen. So all in all, pretty much everything you need in an Amenity kit by the White Company. I don't personally think that there is a male and female one, but it's good. So since we're on this good old journey, I feel like we're going to get a couple of these. So again, make sure you like and comment. First person to comment, I will go ahead and get hooked up with you and send you one of these fabulous Amenity kits that we just got. So they're working in the service. I will say the staff on this British Airways flight has been really good lately. No complaints so far. Bae said she didn't like her fizzberry. She got a mocktail. And I got a cocktail. I got the cranberry blush. You gotta just try it. I mean, they're in real glassware, so I mean, I think it's alright, so. She got an apple juice coming too. So the starters have come. Babe got the soup that I was looking at, and I ended up getting a tomato pesto salad. Let me real cutlery for the people out there. Actually got some warm bread, some butter, and what looks like a little extra salad on the side. See how this olive oil taste on here? Looks pretty good. It's definitely a starter for real. It's olive oil. So Babe gave me her soup to try. Definitely could use a little salt and pepper. All the way. But it's exactly what it said. It's roasted cauliflower, so I feel like they left the croutons in a little longer before they served it, so they're a little soft in here, but it's okay. So, you know, I could probably use a little salt and pepper on this salad as well too. Tomato bruschetta salad, so I got a side of still water, sparkling water. My bad, sparkling water. Then this little cucumber salad. That has no flavor. So, the mains have arrived. I got the beef fillet with carrots and potato au gratin. So, what I'm very curious is how tender this beef is on a plane. That's really what I want to know. And I believe Babe got the prawn, so we're gonna try a little bit of each other's. The beef feels a little tough to cut into, but let's see. Might want to sit up. Okay, so it's not too tough, but it's a beef fillet. So we'll see what Babe think about it. Let me know if you want some more. So, dig into this starter, kind of see what's going on here. This is a sweet potato gratin. Not bad. Alright, last but not least, a little cheesecake, a little bit of chocolate in the center for dessert. Actually, this looks like raspberry. It might be chocolate though. Anyway, let's dig into it. Yeah, it's raspberry. That's actually pretty good. That's gonna set me right before I catch some Z's. Watch this movie and finish out this dessert. So far, the service has been pretty efficient. They got started about 45 minutes in with the drink service, and then I don't know, maybe another 10, 15 minutes went by. Starter gave you time for that, about 20 minutes. Then the main came by. Now another 20 minutes, dessert. I mean, I get it. You want to try to get people served as fast as possible because it is an overnight flight. So anyway, finish off this cheesecake, and I guess I may put my little duvet cover on this thing and lay down flat, get a couple of hours of sleep. Got up pretty early. I may watch this movie all the way through, watching American Fiction.
Alright, and that was the service. Now, as service wraps up, as you can see, at your seat you get a pillow and you get this set by the White Company, which is really just a duvet cover to kind of lay over top of your seat, and then also a nice thick size blanket. I think for what it's worth, the duvet cover is hit or miss. Some people actually get like either a sheet or some type of mattress topper, I should say. So the duvet was okay, you know, you could put it down and kind of lay on it, and it'll squinch up and all that stuff. However, the pillow is plush. The blanket was just enough because sometimes it did get cool throughout the night and sometimes it didn't. So as I get myself situated and comfortable for the night, laid back, they went on and dimmed the lights in the cabin a little bit to create the nighttime atmosphere, which was really good to have. And you know, if everyone wanted to get some rest and sleep after they ate, they could. For me, I just wanted to take in all that I could because, again, you don't take business class transatlantic every day, so I'm gonna get every bit out of it and maybe just an ounce of sleep. And good morning. So after about 2.5 hours of sleep, the sun was finally starting to rise. You know, we're traveling east, so you know the sun's gonna come up really quick anyway. I think, like I said, I got about 2.5 hours of sleep, and there's just under 3 hours to go. Now again, I was trying to get all I could out of this business class trip, so I took a look to see where we were, somewhere halfway over the Atlantic Ocean. And I was like, all right, let me go see this plane. Now, of course, everyone was still asleep, so it was dark and all of that. But I did get a chance to go back downstairs, just to kind of go down the spiral staircase and see what was right there. All downstairs is all economy until you get past that last curtain. Then it comes to first class. But as you come back up the stairs, this takes you through the rest of economy, and then premium economy, and then business class, and the rest of the top upper deck of the cabin is all business class. So Once you make your way to the very, very front of the plane, there are 2 large bathrooms and then also another set of steps that lead down straight to the first class, where you would come through the door if they didn't have both jet bridges for upstairs and downstairs. And this was a cool little area. I wish British Airways would take a little bit more with their seating area arrangement and somehow put like some type of lounge area right there. But hey, it was still nice to see be able to go up and downstairs. And as we're at the front of the plane, this brings you to the 2 largest bathrooms on the plane in the upper deck. Now up front, you do have your own 2 bathrooms that are about the same size. And then we have bathrooms which are right by our chairs as well. They're a little bit smaller, but these are the larger ones. As you can see, I can walk around and sit down. This is not your normal size bathroom. And where some other A380s have showers and stuff in them, British Airways did not opt to do that this time, but it is not nonetheless just as big. That space is still available for the restroom. As you can see, you have all your toiletry items and things of that nature. And back at my seat, about 2.5 hours, I got about 20 minutes of just stretching my legs from laying down and sleep and sitting and all that good stuff like that. The cabin was being prepared to get stuff together for breakfast. People were starting to wake up. There were some people with their window shades open a little bit. And of course, I went to go open mine because now the sun has finally risen.
Well, all right. They slowly started, turning the cabin lights on. I got a few hours of broken sleep here and there, but yeah. They just started turning the cabin lights on, and where we were sitting right by the galley, you can actually smell breakfast starting. So I just started kind of finishing out my movie that I was watching last night before I did go to sleep. And kind of like cracked my window a little bit to see the sunrise. So it is bright outside right now. So we get ready to see what this breakfast has in store right now. I really am a little still tired, but hey, it's been a comfortable ride on the A380. The breakfast is here. To be honest, I got a mushroom and tomato egg wrap with a croissant, and I think, that's a little bit of like pudding or either oatmeal, orange juice, and a tea. So, about to dig in. It looks pretty good though.
And as you can see, we have made it to breakfast. I did get the egg wrap, and it came with a choice of bread and a mussolini, which was really good. I think it was filling enough just for the amount of time that we had left to land. Again, we had business class, and when we got off, we were able to go to the lounge, and they had a full breakfast bar in there as well. So, I mean, I ate just because it was the price of the ticket, but I also knew I was, getting ready for that business class lounge food as well. So, anyway, the food was just as good as yesterday. I mean, it's airplane food, but it's made with a little bit more care. So, I will give this a thumbs up on this meal here, better than the last one. So let me deep dive into this then. And so with that, we have now reached the top of our descent. We are just touching over the UK, and they were letting us know that it's time to start getting our little area situated and tray tables back and feet rest up, all that good stuff. So let's go over a typical rating for this business class feature. Now, I haven't really gave a lot of ratings on my other flights recently, but then again, they haven't all been business class except for that first class one to Chicago. But since this is a transatlantic one, let me just kind of give you the value of your money for that perspective. Number one, let's talk about the overall ground service. You get business class access, and it just depends on the airport that you're at, but I will honestly say DFW is one of the best ones to get lounge access to, because British Airways and American Airlines are part of one world, so you can share the American Airlines lounge, and it is a great lounge to be in. Two, the seat. Although these are legacy seats and part of the older setup, I do still think they reign pretty well right now. We were able to fully lie flat. I felt in a cocoon myself, at least in the ones by the window. My wife says she feels a little bit more open, so that can kind of give a deterrent to it, but it just all depends if you're flying by yourself or you're flying in a group, and so forth and so forth. However, didn't have any problem with the seats. The infotainment center, however, could be updated. The next up, the food. I think the amount of food that you are served on this flight is great. Well, I say that the quality of all the food that you're given on this one was top notch? No. Was it edible? Yes. Was it creative? Yes. But after taking a couple of other business class flights and coming straight from the actual base airline, which was in Heathrow, I had some better food along the way, even on a smaller journey when we went to Spain, which you'll see later. So the food on this trip around was okay. Overall value for this ticket, let's look. This is what it costs right now, and I would say I probably paid half of this, I should say, because I booked well than 6 months out. But anyway, we are now coming into London Heathrow. We had to, of course, come in early morning, so that meant a holding pattern for a little bit. But now we are on final approach, and enjoy this view on the way into landing into London Heathrow. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
a very warm welcome to London Heathrow Terminal 5, the home of British Airways, where the local time is 11 a.m. in the morning. This is 6 hours ahead of Dallas Fort Worth. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign